Ladies, we've been trying to succeed in business, playing a game designed by men, using rules for men. You know what I mean? But what if I told you that instead of mimicking that masculine energy, our biggest advantage is actually embracing in fully our feminine power? In the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you how to tap into that feminine energy so that you can close more deals, attract more clients, and build the business you've always dreamed about. Everything without sacrificing who you really are. Hey everyone, I'm Melissa, and on this channel, I like helping coaches and entrepreneurs organize their ideas so they can attract more clients and monetize them. Today, I'm speaking directly to the women, my girls, because as a woman entrepreneur myself, I've discovered something really game-changing. Something that in the past I thought was actually a weakness in the business world. Today, I use as one of my biggest strengths. And by the end of this video, I hope that you and I can both leverage our feminine energy so that we can attract more clients, close more deals, and be so successful, feel so magnetic, and attract so many good things for your business and for your life. So before you all start getting mad, let me clarify what I mean about masculine and feminine energy, because this is not about stereotypes. This is not about gender or whatever you identify with, okay? We're all born, regardless of what we think or how we feel, with masculine and feminine energy. So masculine energy is characterized by being very logical, very competitive, very linear, right? Very independent. While feminine energy, on the other hand, is receiving, allowing, is empathetic. It's cyclical and intuitive. For years, businesses have overwhelmingly rewarded masculine traits, and we're almost expected to lean into those traits. Except when a woman, asks questions, she's considered needy, or if she's very strict and demanding, then she's bitchy. While a man is just strict because he's the CEO and he's great at what he does. And listen, by any means am I saying that masculine traits are negative or that we shouldn't, work with them. No, masculine traits are essential for business success. But when we only operate in that masculine energy, especially as women, we kind of cut ourselves from the opportunity to have more traits to our advantage, traits that attract. Let's speak about the specific advantages that us women have in business. So the first thing is that we are a lot stronger at building relationships. Studies actually show that we score higher when it comes to metrics for emotional intelligence, which translates to better customer relationships, to unveiling true objections, to understanding their needs, and to having better relationships overall, even with our employees. With customer experience being such an important thing in business, us having that emotional intelligence is just gold. Something else that is so important is that we have this sixth sense, so we can make decisions based on intuition. When us women tap into our feminine energy, we can notice subtle changes in the market before they become trends, or we can identify if a customer or a client is a right fit, even course correct if, some strategies aren't really aligned. We're super adaptable and resilient. I mean, subconsciously, just because we have our periods, we are programmed for cycles, changes, ups and downs all the time. And the landscape in business changes constantly. So for us being able to adapt easily, pivot without breaking, contracting, expanding, doing whatever is necessary in the time that it's necessary, it just makes us powerhouses. But now let's get practical. You're probably wondering how to actually awaken that feminine energy. But no worries, because I'm going to tell you. Masculine energy is a provider, while feminine energy is more programmed to receive. So let's just build upon that receiving energy. I was mentioning earlier how us women are already programmed for change because of our cycle. So I think that we have to embrace those changes that our cycle brings. We should honor that cycle. We're going to have energy peaks, moments that we're down. And within those cycles, we should honor those energy peaks. So listen, I don't think that the goal is ever to abandon our masculine energy. but instead embracing our feminine energy. So the magic happens when we have a balance and integrate them so we can have a balanced approach for our business. So in marketing, I would use my masculine energy to have like a clear strategy and be very strict and rigid. For my feminine energy, I would use that for storytelling and connection. In sales, I would use my masculine to have clear offers. But in my feminine, I would build rapport and understand their objections. I honestly believe that the most successful entrepreneurs, the most successful CEOs that are females, are the ones that aren't trying to be like one of the boys. Instead, they're the ones that unapologetically are just being themselves, empowering that feminine energy, but also embracing that masculine energy when it serves them right. So ladies, let me leave you with this. That feminine energy isn't something to overcome in business. It's your secret weapon to success. So what I eventually found out was that when we balance both energies, the masculine and that energy, like true magic happens. That masculine we can use for a little bit more of structure and strategy, while that feminine energy is more empathetic, understanding, optimistic, adaptable, and even attract better things. I spent years tapped into only my masculine energy. And it doesn't mean that I don't like girl stuff, right? I still am attracted to men and I like shopping and getting my nails done and doing my makeup. What I mean is that in business and in my job, I always felt like I had to be really rigid to be successful. So my feminine energy kind of went to sleep. And it only was until a couple of years ago that I met with a coach, and she recommended a really good book. I'm going to link it below. That I started to awaken that feminine energy back, and I realized so many positive things. I was attracting better men. I was having better relationships. The work was better. I was attracting better deals. And it's all because I just let myself go into that feminine energy. I also think that the market is saturated with that masculine energy. So by embracing our feminine energy, we kind of stand out. But remember, both energies are vital in the workplace. But your feminine advantage is that you can create deeper connections and attract so many deals and sales into your business. It's crazy. You can also awaken that feminine energy with little habits that you can do daily. And that book, remember, I'm going to link it below. But I really want to hear from you. I know it's a bit of a controversial subject, but remember, it's not gender. It's not what you think of yourself. It's just an energy that we portray. Let me know in the comments what you think, what energy you thrive on, and if you would like to awaken your feminine energy too. Also, if you found this information useful, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!